I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about these video editing laptops, you can check out the description below. At number 5, it's the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Video editors need some very powerful machines for their work, and most of them need to have laptops that'll also rock beautiful designs, and I've gathered a handful of such devices that fulfill the needs of a professional or even an enthusiast video editor. The best option for frequent travelers is the Microsoft Surface Book 2, which is also one of the best laptops in the market, and the very best 2-in-1 by a mile. It's equipped with a beautiful display, amazing performance specs that can handle every video editing software, and even some light gaming, battery life that lasts for ages, cooling prowess, and much more. Without further ado, let's take a closer look. If you've seen the first Microsoft Surface Book, you'll instantly notice this model, since it rocks the same design language, with its amazing magnesium chassis that in my opinion makes the device very lightweight despite having a detachable monitor that can also work on its own. The device is about 0.9 inches thick and weighs about 3.4 pounds in our scales. While it's not the most portable, thanks to its ability to work both as a laptop and a tablet, it makes it a solid choice for frequent travelers. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 rocks a beautiful display that's adopted from its predecessor, a 13.5-inch vibrant PixelSense display with a resolution of 3000 by 2000, delivering 267 pixels per inch. The touchscreen capacitive display works perfectly, and if you buy the Surface Pen, it'll deliver you excellent creative freedom. The colour reproduction is perfect for creatives, and the contrast of 1460:1 and max brightness of about 400 nits just elevate the experience. It's not the deepest keyboard in the market, with just 1.2mm of key travel. However, in everyday use it delivered a great experience with plenty of tactile response. The trackpad is great as well, and with its precision drivers, it supports Windows gestures. As I said earlier, this is an ultra-powerful laptop with specs to back it up, as the high-end model is equipped with an Intel Core i7 CPU with 16GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD, and on top of that, for graphical prowess, it utilises an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 discrete GPU with 2GB of VRAM to make it a perfect tool for video editing and even for gaming. If you're a traveller and need an impressive laptop, look no further. At number 4, it's the MSI GS65 Stealth. Since its release, the MSI GS65 Stealth has been one of my favourite laptops in the market, thanks to its amazing performance specs, all-day battery life, exotic design, and category-leading thin design. While it may have some flaws, such as its premium price, if you can afford this laptop, it'll deliver you excellent performance and power needed for your video editing and other creative work, on top of gaming. One of the biggest selling points of the MSI GS65 Stealth is its thin chassis, which makes it the thinnest for a gaming laptop, as it measures about an inch thick at its thickest point. And it's pretty light as well for its performance specs, weighing in at just 4.1 pounds. It's ultra attractive, as I mentioned earlier, with its black and gold colour scheme that's adopted from its older sibling. It's a truly premium device. It has a smooth and minimalistic finish on its lid with its gold MSI logo. On top of that, it uses the gold accents scattered with some interesting placement on the hinges, ventilation edges, and bordering the lid. The MSI GS65 Stealth is equipped with an amazing 15.6-inch display with a great resolution of 1920 by 1080 and a native refresh rate of 144Hz. The colours are excellent in this device, as it can reproduce about 150% of the sRGB colour gamut, and it's pretty sharp overall. The brightness is also excellent at 295 nits at maximum. On top of all this, I should mention the excellent keyboard, which was linear and delivered perfect feedback. This laptop utilises some great performance specs, such as the 8th generation Coffee Lake processor. To be exact, it's an Intel Core i7-8750H 6-core CPU with a boost clock speed of 3.9 GHz. In addition to that, it has 16GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD. This makes it an ultra-productive machine that's pretty surprising to see in such a thinly designed device. On top of that, it has an excellent NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU coupled with 6GB of VRAM, making it a pretty powerful machine for video editing and even for gaming. If you need a 144Hz monitor with plenty of performance to back it up, this laptop is the one that you need. At number 3, it's the Dell XPS 9560. For video editing purposes, you'll need a laptop with an excellent display, and if you want the best display, you should take a look at the Dell XPS 9560. This device, besides having an ultra-capable display, features great performance specs, an amazing selection of ports, beautiful aluminium design, and tremendous value for its price. Since the introduction of the XPS 15-inch series, the company has made just a few design changes to this laptop, as it still rocks a refined aluminium chassis that's pretty thin, amazing carbon fiber deck, and single-hinge design, making this a treat for your eyes. Its large but slim body has allowed the device to utilize an excellent array of connectivity ports, such as HDMI and USB 3.1 ports. On top of that, the keyboard is very spacey, allowing for a perfect and comfortable typing experience, and the touchpad delivers a pretty capable experience if you opt for it instead of the touchscreen. Coming to the biggest selling point of this machine, it's equipped with a 15.6-inch 4K ultra-high definition display with an industry-leading sharpness. On top of all this, the Dell XPS 9560 has amazing colours, as it managed to reproduce 100% of the Adobe RGB colour gamut, making it a perfect choice for creatives. On top of that, it can get pretty bright at about 350 nits at max brightness, plus its touchscreen capability and amazing contrast just elevate the experience to another level. In the performance department, this amazing laptop has everything to back it up, as it's equipped with a quad-core Intel Core i7 CPU with a boost clock speed of 3.8 GHz, 16GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD, making it a productivity powerhouse. On top of that, it also has an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 GPU with 4GB of VRAM. This is truly the dream of video editors, delivering excellent performance for both work and gaming as well. The battery life is not the most capable in the market, as it achieved about 6 hours in mediocre use before giving up. But then again, this laptop has an ultra-powerful display that is a battery drainer. For the price though, it doesn't get any better. At number 2, it's the Acer Predator Triton 500. Acer's Predator series is known for delivering some ultra-capable laptops with performance specs that never cease to amaze, and the Acer Predator Triton 500 is no different. However, unlike its siblings, this is also a pretty portable laptop, and if you want amazing power specs without a chunky body, this may be one of your best choices. Its performance specs are truly marvellous for its price. Despite being a gaming laptop, the Acer Predator Triton 500 rocks a pretty sleek design, except the RGB lights on its keyboard, of course. It has an all-aluminium body and it's all matte black except the turquoise-lined air vents and the ports that make it very attractive. The keyboard has RGB lights and it delivers a pretty good gaming design, not over the top, but just the right combination. Moving on, the Acer Predator Triton 500 is equipped with an amazing 15.6-inch G-Sync display with a native refresh rate of 144Hz. It's capable of delivering excellent colours, however it suffers from low brightness levels. The details are excellent thanks to its full HD resolution of 1920 by 1080, and in my tests it managed to reproduce about 116% of the sRGB colour space and just 270 nits of maximum brightness. Surprisingly, the speakers were very loud and delivered some rich sounds without sounding tinny or distorted. The keyboard switches are great as they provide deep key travel at 1.7mm with 70 grams of actuation force and give a true mechanical linear feel. On top of that, with the Predator Sense software, you can change the colours of the RGB to your preference. In the performance department, it shines above all as it's equipped with an 8th generation Intel Core i7 CPU with a boost clock speed of 4.1 GHz, 16GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD, making it a lightning bolt. On top of that, it's equipped with the top-of-the-line NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Max-P graphics unit with 6GB of VRAM, which can be overclocked to run every game with 144 frames per second at the highest setting. An amazing tool. One of the best performance packages in the market, capable of getting through everything with ease. And at number 1, it's the MSI P65 Creator. On top of the list, we have the best laptop for video editors and creatives in general, developed by MSI, the P65 Creator. This amazing powerhouse is equipped with the best specs in the market both in CPU and GPU department, an amazing display, great connectivity, beautiful design and many more. It's very expensive, but if you want the best, this is it. The MSI P65 Creator has a pretty amazing display, coming in an all-white metal body, something unseen in MSI's lineup since the company has always released black devices. This is a MacBook Pro competitor and it's capable of dethroning it. I like the overall design, and it's a little boxy and aggressive, and it measures just 18mm at its thickest point, and it weighs just 3.9 pounds. Amazing for a laptop with these specs. The body is pretty solid and it's one of the most durable and has plenty of connectivity ports to keep you connected. The MSI P65 Creator uses an amazing display, and it's equipped with a 15.6-inch 144Hz anti-glare panel that has a full HD resolution and is capable of delivering excellent colours, sharpness, brightness and contrast. It managed to reproduce 100% of the sRGB colour space and about 87% of the Adobe RGB colour gamut. The brightness was good enough and the bezels around the screen were extremely thin, leaving us satisfied at all times. In the performance department, this is a true beast, as it's equipped with an Intel Core i7-8750H CPU coupled with 32GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD. For productivity tasks, it can plough through everything. In addition to this, it has an NVIDIA GX 1080 GPU that delivered excellent frame rates in every task and giving it the creator status, just like its name suggests, the perfect device for creatives. For those that want a top-of-the-line device for video editing, this is it. Look no further.